Today we're working on a 2019 Kenworth T680. Driver states that the headlights are blinking whenever the turn signals are supposed to be blinking. And the common issue with these trucks, the way the wiring harness is set up for the headlights, when you go underneath the hood, goes through the frame rail, goes up, and goes up past the bumper into the actual hood, and then it splits into a Y and goes to both headlights. The wiring harness does. Well, the harness right here, before it splits, it starts rubbing on the bumper, starts rubbing on this bracket, and as you can see, the wire has been eaten through the electrical tape. This is very common. I've done this on over 9 trucks now. All have this common issue, dating back to 14 models. The T680s have this problem all the way up to the new models, the 2023s, 2024s, if you give them enough time, because this design is exactly the same. But if you have a headlight blinking, or you have a turn signal that won't blink, or the headlights are acting funny, and none of the bulbs are blown, and they're getting power to the fuses, this is a very common issue that I would definitely check out, because it is almost 99% of the time the problem. And all you do is you just pull back this factory tape, and if the wire's eating all the way through, you take them and butt connect them. And if it's not eating all the way through, then what you can do is, if they're just barely rubbed, like that one right there is going to need a butt connector, but the rest of them are going to be fine. You take them and separate them, and then use some electrical tape, wrap them up, and just make sure they're not touching anymore. And then what I do is I always cut this zip tie, and I pull the wire up and zip tie it to the top right here, and then electrotape this part really good right here where it's not rubbing against this and going to rub through, and you tighten it where it's not going to be rubbing every time the hood closes. It's just going to be sitting there tight against it, and that's always fixed my issues. But that is a Kenworth T680 headlight, blinker, fog light, or not fog light, but marker light on the front. Any issue like that wiring wise, it's going to usually be rubbing the bumper right there, and that's the cause.